Welcome back to Mose Knows. I am your host, Mose. I said welcome back like you've been here already. If it's your first time, welcome to Mose Knows. I am your host, Mose. Today, we are on episode 24 of the team-specific mock draft series, and I will be the GM of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to jump right in, not waste too much time. We're going to see what we can do to improve this team. So we will select the Steelers, 7 rounds, and we want a fast draft speed. And we're going to go ahead and get that started. Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the most storied franchises in the league. A team that's always in Pro Bowl playoff consideration, and just have standard of excellence within that organization. You always know that Pittsburgh is going to come out swinging, especially when the team is healthy, when Ben Roethlisberger is healthy. Mike Tomlin's going to have those boys ready to go. So let's take a look at some needs right now. Based off of a Draft Network, we have cornerback, offensive tackle, running back, interior line, offensive line. Guard, linebacker, edge, interior D-line, quarterback, tight end, wide receiver. So let's take a look. Interior D-line, I think we're good. Maybe you can find rotational pieces in the later round, but not an area of focus. Wide receiver, I think we're super straight. Brought back Juju, still have James Washington. Chase Claypool is a monster. Still got Deontay Johnson. We good there. Tight end, still got Ebron, still got Zach Gentry. Good there. Quarterback, possibly. But should we focus on it this year? I don't think so. Ben is coming back. We have Mason Rudolph, who's been in the system. And we have Dwayne Haskins. Didn't have that good of a run in Washington. Some people say that he shouldn't have been drafted as high as he was. Shouldn't have been a first round pick. Ohio State quarterbacks don't ever pan out in the NFL. All of those things. I think Mike Tomlin sees something in him that he can probably foster and develop. Maybe him taking a back seat, learning from a Ben Roethlisberger, maybe that is beneficial to him in his game. So that's always an option there. So I don't think quarterback needs to be a focus. Corner, definitely. Joe Hayden is getting a little bit up there in age. And the only real option that we have outside of him is Cam Sutton. So we could bring in another young body to learn from those two guys and eventually, fight for a starting role maybe next year, but have him as a rotational piece within that cornerback room. Offensive line, definitely. I would assume that after the draft, maybe they look to bring back a guy like Andrew Villanueva on a veteran minimum deal. But left tackle, right tackle, and left guard, maybe. Right guard, we good. We still got DeCastro. I don't know about BJ Finney at center. So definitely offensive line is a major need. Both tackle spots. Maybe you can get away with Kevin Dotson, but both tackle spots in center for sure. Running back, see Najee Harris on the board. He was mocked to them, and a lot of mocks that I've seen lately. James Conner has not been re-signed to the Steelers, so Najee is an option at 24. Let's see what corners are here. Ooh, Caleb's still on the board. Caleb Farley in Pittsburgh? Yikes. Edge. Is Aziz going? Oh, Aziz went at 23. That's where I was going to go. I wanted to take Azeez Ojulari and have him replace Bud Dupree as that outside linebacker in this defense, and replace that pass rush. But Azeez is gone. All right, let's take a look at the tackles, because we got to protect Ben. Sam Cosmi is an option, definitely a first-round talent. Jalen Mayfield also is a first-round talent. Ooh, a lot of options here. You could go Xavier Collins, but he's more of a coverage linebacker than he is a pass rusher. But I mean, you could stick him next to Devin Bush, and that would be really, really good. Don't need a safety. We got Edmonds and Minka, one of my favorite players in the league, so I think we're good there. Can we justify taking a running back at 24? You probably could if it's Najee Harris. Could we take Landon Dickerson, come in and start center for us? Yes, it's not a sexy pick, but I think Landon Dickerson could be one of those guys that come in and start right away. But do you take Landon Dickerson over an edge guy, over a tackle? In your division, you got Baltimore, who has decent edge rushers. You got Myles Garrett, who you got to worry about in Cleveland. And then you got Sam Hubbard and the boys over in Cincinnati. So do you protect the edge? This could be a good trade spot. And the Steelers, I believe, have 8 picks in this draft. So they don't necessarily need more, but this could be a good trade spot. For the weapons we have on offense, we've got the skill position players as far as receiver and tight end. I think that there is a plan as far as offensive line. I think Villanueva may be in that plan after the draft is over. Once Pittsburgh sees where they're at after signing their draft picks and what cap space they have left. So I'm going to go Najee Harris here. I think for the value in the pick of Najee Harris in that offense, that might be dangerous. Yeah, I like that. All right, we are on our second round pick here, number 55. Greg Rousseau is still here. Ronnie Perkins, Baron Browning. We know they like their Ohio State linebackers. Elijah Molden, corner, still here. Let's take a look at that. Actually, first, let's take a look at tackle. Yeah, most of those top tackles are gone. Might look at a Jackson Carman in the third round. I think this might be too rich for him here at 55. Let's go to interior. Quinn Miners had a really, really good Senior Bowl. I think you can throw him at that left guard spot. He'll be an upgrade over Kevin Dotson for sure. Learning from a David DeCastro. Is that a reach also? Might be. Let's take a look at the edge rushers. Now you could go Joseph Osai from Texas to replace Bud Dupree at that outside linebacker position, rushing off the edge. And that might be a really good fit for him and for Pittsburgh. You take a look at the corners. Yeah, I like that. I wanted Ojulari, but Osai is still here, and I think he fits what Pittsburgh does. So I'm going to go Joseph Osai as our replacement for Bud Dupree. We know TJ Watt is going to command double teams. He's going to command respect. Teams are going to rotate guys, tight ends, wide receivers chip in, running backs chip in. They're going to focus their attention on TJ. I think having a guy to replace Bud Dupree, hopefully Joseph Osai, I believe he can kind of recreate and reproduce the effect that Bud Dupree had. And hopefully he may not be as injury prone as Bud Dupree was. Bud Dupree is definitely a little bit more explosive than Joseph Osai is. He's faster, a little bit more quick twitch. But Joseph Osai's motor doesn't go off. Like, once it's on, it's on. He plays to the whistle. He plays hard every single down. And I think that's just a great fit for his skill set and that defense. So I like that pick there. Now we can look at the tackles. Carmen is off the board, but Spencer Brown from Northern Iowa is still here. James Hudson is still here from Cincinnati, so that could be an option. I don't know why the predictive board has Hudson so low. Some people have Hudson in their top 5, top 6 tackles. He could definitely go, if not late first, early to mid second round. And tackle is definitely a need. Let me just check the interior real quick. Ben Cleveland is here, but we didn't. We were going to, but we didn't. I see some other guys that we can get later. So I'm actually going to go James Hudson from Cincinnati to Pittsburgh here in the 3rd round. Fill that void at tackle, because we need a left and a right. Even if we bring Villanova back, we still need somebody on that right side as well. So say if we're able to bring Villanova back, we add somebody like James Hudson to the right side. Maybe get a guard later in the draft. I think we solve our offensive line issues. Let's take a look at my guy. Listen, I don't think Trill Williams is getting the respect he deserves. I really don't. Put on that Syracuse tape. Trill Williams is a beast. 49ers, we need another corner. If we were able to get Trill Williams in the 3rd or 4th round of this draft, I would be ecstatic. If he'll probably be the first jersey I'm getting, even if we get a Justin Fields or a Zach Wilson. If we draft Trill Williams, I'm getting a Trill Williams jersey first. I guarantee you. One of my favorite players in this entire draft. And putting him in a defense like Pittsburgh with Terrell Edmonds and Minkah Fitzpatrick and TJ Watt and Cameron Hayward in front of him. Again, another player who I think fits what they do defensively. And I think it would do so much for him. I think he would learn so much. I think he would grow exponentially as a defensive back and a player in this league. Man, give me Trill Williams. Oh my goodness. I think that's a great pick for them in the 4th round. And I'm biased because, like I said, that's one of my favorite players. But put on the tape a Trill Williams. You may not see what I see. If you're not a football head or a football junkie, if you don't follow it that much, again, you may not see what I see. But when I put on the tape, I think Trill Williams could be a top cornerback in this league. I'm so serious when I say that. I think he can be a top corner in this league. I think the skill set is there. Ball skills, his size, speed, his coverage ability, both in press, man, and off coverage. He tracks the ball well. He has great recovery speed. He has fluid hips, great feet. Listen, I think that's a solid pick. I really think that's a solid pick for them. All right, we're back on the clock here in the 4th round, 140. Like I said, maybe we can get an interior offensive line later in the draft that could help us. And it'll help solve our offensive line issues. David Moore, guard out of Grambling. Love it. Love it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Grambling's colors are black and yellow. So he wouldn't have to make much changes in the color of his jersey. I could be mistaken, but I think Grambling is black and yellow. I should know my HBCU colors. All right, they black and yellow. That's what I thought. I had to double check and confirm. But I like that pick for them. We took care of tackle, took care of guard. Offensive line is good. All right, back on the clock. 6th round, pick 216. Let's see what we got so far. Running back, edge, tackle, corner, and guard. Let's see. Could go Michael Manet from Penn State. That could help us at our center position. But I don't think you want to start 3 rookies on the offensive line. That might be a little overkill. Interior defensive line, I love Darius Stills. But we can probably go somewhere else with this pick. Lorenzo Neal Jr. from Purdue is here. Wide receiver, tight end, again, we don't need. Let's take a look at linebacker. You could go KJ Brett or Garrett Stewart. Was it Stewart? I'm sorry. Grant Stewart from Houston. Let's look at let's see what best player available is. Got our edge, so we don't need that. Again, receiver is not a need here. Could go another running back, but I don't think that's a need either. You got Benny Snell, got Kalen Ballage, got Jalen Samuels. And you just drafted Najee Harris. So you could go another corner. Somebody like a Tay Gowan, definitely a possibility. Where are we with interior D-line? Yeah, you could go a guy like Darius Stills here in the 6th round. I don't think he fits the nose tackle aspect that they would be looking for. Yeah. I'm just going another corner here, add some depth. Another special, he could start definitely with special teams, added some flexibility to his game with that. But this is another young player who I think can work his way into being a solid starter in the NFL, especially with this team. So let's go Tay Gowan out of UCF. Another player that I'm really high on in this particular draft. And then I think we do have one more pick, 245. Oh, we have 2. We have 245 and we have 254. So just flip those numbers, 45 and 54. All right. Here, I think we can, Killebrew, Brooks, and safety's not a need. Let's see, edge. You could go a guy like Teron Jackson, give you some rotational snaps from a defensive end position. You could go a guy like Buddy Johnson and Patty Fisher, some linebacker depth. Let's see. Let's go to Teron Jackson here. Wait, before let me. Yeah, okay. Let's go Teron Jackson here. And at 254, if he's still on the board, I thought he was going. Well, no, but he doesn't fit. I don't want to take him if he doesn't fit, even if he's still on the board. Let me take a look real quick. 6'1", 281. Yeah, I think he's too light to be that nose tackle in that 3-4. Yeah, he's too light. That's what I thought. Graham's too light. I think Lorenzo's also. Yeah. Yeah, so none of these guys fit that nose tackle build. You could either go another tackle for depth. You could go another interior guard for depth. Yeah, a lot of the best available is wide receiver and corner, which we don't need. Yeah, let's see. I think we'll go depth at guard. I think we'll go depth at interior more than on the outside. I'm gonna go Jimmy Morrissey out of Pittsburgh. You can draft him in the late rounds. He's a depth piece. Keep him in state. Probably familiar with him from watching University of Pittsburgh games. Good story for him. He doesn't have to travel far. Let's go Jimmy Morrissey out of Pittsburgh for some interior depth on that line. And let's recap our picks. 8 picks total. The first round, pick 24, we take Najee Harris, running back out of Alabama. Second round, pick 55, we take Joseph Osai to come in and play that outside linebacker position and replace Bud Dupree, who we lost in free agency. Number 87, we go James Hudson, offensive tackle out of Cincinnati. At 128, we take one of my favorite corners, Trill Williams out of Syracuse. At 140, we take guard David Moore out of Grambling. At 216, we take corner Tay Gowan out of UCF. At 245, we take a rotational edge rusher in Teron Jackson out of Coastal Carolina. And our final pick in the 7th round, 254, we take interior depth piece Jimmy Morrissey out of Pittsburgh. Steelers fans, Steel Curtain, let me know how I did. Let me know what picks you liked. Let me know what picks you were not too fond of. Let me know what you would do, or let me know what you think your Steelers will do in the upcoming 2021 NFL Draft. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to get in touch with me, I love to hear your opinions. You can leave a comment below this video, or you can hit me up on my social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Those will be linked in the description box below. If you watch this video at any point, welcome to the Mose Knows fam. You are family now, and there's nothing you can do about it. Please, family, I need you to do a couple things for me. 1, I need you to take 2 seconds and hit that subscribe button. Then I need you to take another 2 seconds and hit that bell icon so that you get notified every time new content drops right here at Mose Knows. I love and appreciate all of you for taking the time with me today, and I will catch you in the next episode. Peace.